Kedrick from the Wheelhouse. Today we'll be looking at the shakedown. And man, when the shakedown happens, will you stand in awe or will you take a sober look? We look in Proverbs, it said, death and destruction are never satisfied, and neither are the eyes of a man. Meaning, death and destruction has an insatiable appetite, one that's impossible to satisfy, man. And this is what Jesus said. Jesus said, nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world. And then you look at Luke, and we really see the risen Savior talk. He says there will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. On the earth, nations will be in anguish and perplexity at the roaring and tossing of the sea. People will faint from terror, apprehensive of what is coming on the world, for the heavenly bodies will be shaken. At that time, they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And check this, when these things happen or begin to take place, stand up, lift up your heads, because your redemption is drawing near. And I'm gonna give you a quick example. It's like when a man and a woman get married and they begin to plan. Let's say they start planning in January and the wedding's November. Between January, February, and March, they begin to find out who they want in the wedding, begin to look at venues, begin to look at places they want to get their dress, and the places the men want to get his tux, begins to pick out the grooms and the bridesmaid, best man, and the matron of honor, or the maid of honor. Begin to do those details. You begin to start building from the ground up, building that foundation. Then you have April, May, June. So we moving into the spring and summer months. Then we begin to look at it even more, begin to even put down payments on stuff, begin to buy stuff, begin to stash stuff, put up in the storage or the garage. And then you begin to June, July, August, and September. That's when stuff begin to come together. You begin to bring everything to a head, everything you see coming to a head. And then October and November, you begin to see what the final product coming together. You begin to see the tablecloth, the centerpieces. You're seeing the white carpet rolled out down the aisle. You begin to see the arch built. You begin to see all these things begin to put in place. And Jesus is saying, he said, when you see these things happen, look up. The redemption is drawing near. We see all these things happen. We see wars for many years. We see earthquakes now. You see the one in Afghanistan just happened yesterday. And I want to pray for those in Afghanistan. Let's keep them in our prayers. We see it say like 1,000 plus has died from those earthquakes. So we see these things happen. And it's like, will we just stand in awe, be like, oh man, that's crazy, another 1,000 dead, another this and that, man, you see that earthquake, you hear about the earthquake? Or will we take a sober look and see what's really going on? Will we stand in awe or will we take that sober look? Y'all know what this is, man. This is Kedrick, man, from the Wheelhouse, coming to you quick, but I'm out this thing, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. Turn the notifications on, Lord willing. I'm bringing content weekly. Peace.